You know what's interesting? I've never actually felt more at ease than these last few weeks. And in this video, I wanted to talk about why such a mentality brought me to the position where I can literally travel to a place like this. By the way, this is not my hometown, it's just Croatia being as beautiful as it is. But I wanted to talk about how I'm able to feel free, not only be, let's say, financially free, not working 9 to 5 and crap, but genuinely be free. Because that kind of a shift helped me sign a guy that's doing 400k a month. And this video I'm gonna talk exactly about how the person doing 400k a month asked me to fix his company, to improve it, and to build some of my systems that he found goated. And I genuinely think one of the main reasons why that even happened was simply because I had a mental shift, you know. Someone literally just asked me to do so all of a sudden, and I was like, mate, I'll just take it. And you know what's the funniest thing? Even though there's so much fucking work to be done to, you know, hold that 400k a month company sustainable, I'm still enjoying life. You know, I'm having obviously these calls with the setters every single day, holding them accountable 24/7, and just doing the work. Because let's be real, the guy is doing 400k a month and he's charging $16,000. And you know, if there's any sort of motivation, then it's absolutely the money, if anything, because you know, the guy is already doing that kind of money without even me being present. Now you can imagine how much more will I be able to help him get, you know. So yeah, what I wanted to say is that ever since I shifted my mindset, everything started to change. Because nowadays I'm not chasing any goals anymore. And I know it might sound weird, because you know, we all are supposed to have our own goals and stuff, but genuinely, just 2 weeks ago, I was in a random 3-story villa in like probably the most expensive city in Croatia. Why? Simply because I could have done that, you know. And how am I able to still do that while still print money is simply due to those systems that I'm constantly talking about. Simply because of that. Now I could obviously try to talk about for hours and hours about my special ways, me having some autistically overcomplicated funnel that works and that I can sell for fucking £5,000, whatever the fuck. But I genuinely don't even sell any coaching programs, because I make my money off of the revenue share. And the businesses I'm partnered with, the more they're making, the more I make, which is exactly why these systems are so important. Because, I mean, let's be real. All of us started our own businesses to be free and to literally live a life full of freedom. Just take a look at this, you know. And I don't need to be involved in my business at this point in time. No life in my office, and I'll still be able to make at least like 1.3k per close. That's how I'm currently getting paid on average from this guy that's doing 400k a month. You know, I'm getting paid around 8% or so. You know, we agreed on that one. And my setters are getting paid maybe 5-6% as well. So there's plenty of money to be made. And how am I actually doing that? First 2 weeks of me being involved in that offer, I was like, mate, this is literally, let's say, a dream come true. You know, working in a company that's making like, what, 7-8 figures a year, whatever. And I'm there being the main man for the sales processes. And with that being said, my biggest investment was my time. In the very first 2 weeks, I literally wanted to dedicate myself. Ever since that last video I posted in a pool, I wanted to, until this point, dedicate myself to create those not special, but you know, great systems that I'm constantly talking about. I wanted to implement it in that business. And right now, we're literally booking 7 calls every single day purely from outbound campaigns. Truth to be told, we have 3 setters, like sending, I don't know, over 100 messages per day. But still, cold outbound campaign in a coaching space is hard, you know. And with the systems that I've managed to build, it doesn't even seem that hard, you know, because guess what? I'm not working with some random fucking Fiverr appointment setters. Not trying to be political here, but I generally am not working with any Indians, any guys from third world countries that are easily complacent, because yeah, that's not sustainable long term, simply due to the fact that when they make their first amount of money, you know, in their country, we're talking about millions, and they're probably not in a position where it's like do or die time. They don't want to, they're not gonna die if they don't leave their 9 to 5s. That's what I'm trying to say. But here in Europe, with the setters I'm working with, UK, US, whatever, they need to quit their colleges, quit their 9 to 5s, provide for their families. So it's literally do or die time. And working with such a killers who are able to absorb your knowledge, who are able to get coachable by you, obviously, if your coaching methods are proper, and the people that will constantly be asking you questions, even when you don't ask them to do so, is single-handedly, by far, the most important aspect of how I am able to just, travel and keep signing clients doing like hundreds and hundreds of thousands of dollars a month. Because at the end of the day, your vibe attracts the tribe. Remember that. And when I stopped thinking poor, it seems like my energy also got transferable, and people who are making hell of a lot of money started going my way. And now on LinkedIn, this system that I've created for myself, connecting requests, sending outreaches that these people on LinkedIn never saw before. I'm currently talking with guys that are doing literally hundreds and hundreds of thousands of dollars a month. And truth to be told, 2 months ago, I couldn't even imagine myself talking with those people, because I would probably think like, oh yeah, they're too big, I can't help them at all. Whereas now, I literally don't care. I know for a fact I can help them, because people who, I'm currently working with appreciate me so much. And I obviously never want to reveal that. Maybe they're gonna watch this video, but I feel I am more grateful that I'm working with them than they're grateful for having me. Why? Because it helped me change the whole mentality that will later down the line, long term, help me also sign more and more clients and start making 50K a month myself, because when you're surrounded by, let's say, 5 people who are doing 50K a month, you're just gay for not making 50K a month. You get me? Because on the other hand, if you're hanging out with poor people, you're gonna be poor. You're a mixture of 5 people that you're spending most time with. So like I've said, I feel I'm more grateful to them than they're grateful for me, but right now I'm paying them back with the services I'm providing for them. Like they said that they've never seen anyone as hungry and as willing to improve as I am, and ultimately as my setters are, because I practice what I preach, and every single one of these setters that I train, place and manage for these killer businesses are just killers themselves, because we all need to be working towards the same goals, towards the same targets, and at the end of the day we all need to be on the same wavelength, I would like to say. We need to resonate with each other and be fully aligned with each other's goals, And just that kind of a thing where I realized, oh shit, look how much potential does my thing have. I was like, yeah mate, I can help anyone. And like I've said, I stopped being dependent on goals. What I said earlier, I know it might sound weird, but I genuinely stopped having financial goals, because I saw so many fucking guys being like, yo bro, what's your advice on hitting your first 10K a month? What business model is the best one to hit those goals? And I'm like, mate, like that's literally what the geeks would ask only. And I'm not resonating with those geeks. I want to be different. So the money is just a byproduct, is what I realized. That's the main takeaway from this video that I'm trying to emphasize here. Money is just a byproduct of how good you are and how much are you actually providing for the businesses and to the industry, So with that being said, an entire journey of mine stopped being based around money and stuff, because money, like I said, just follows my skill set. How much I provide is how much I make. I could now, let's say a year ago, I was constantly justifying myself like, yo, why am I not making 10K a month? Why is this that? Like, why is this so unfair? This guy managed to hit his first 10K a month before me. And I was like, that doesn't help me, because either way, me hitting my 10K a month and not hitting my 10K a month, my life stays the same. Let's say making 7K a month and 10K a month, there's no difference except the number on the screen is different, Right now, if I was to make $100,000 per every single month, I would still chill out here, in the coastal area of Croatia and just, I'd say, do some breathing techniques. I would meditate. I would start being mindful even more. I would just practice it, and I would just enjoy my life. Because as much as it's good, let's say now I know I'm jumping from topic to topic, but as much as it it's so great to, let's say, drive a fucking Lambo or something, but you know, it's not even about that. It's literally about, I know it's a cliche, by the way, and I'm not trying to be a smartass right here, but that's what I realized, and that's just what helped me sign this guy doing 400k a month, and yeah, build an entire system for him. Maybe you could give it a try, maybe not, but yeah, I feel that delegating the workload and focusing on systems the same way I'm doing right now is what will enable you to enjoy your life a lot more. Because it's not even about how hard you work, it's about leverage. Genuinely, it's about how you manage to leverage your client acquisition system, how you're going to manage, let's say, to leverage what else? Your sales team, of course, your entire sales process, whatever you can think of. Just make sure to leverage it and use it in your favor and systemize it. Because systems are something, like literally, the definition of a system is something that you can teach to someone else who will be then able to replicate your entire process without you even being present there. Now, what's going to happen? You're going to make more money because the person who is, let's say in this case, appointment setters and closers, who are doing your systems are hungry to make more, which will make you more. And guess what else? You now freed up your most valuable asset, which is your time. I don't even have to take sales calls in my office anymore. I can just do a quick voice call with one of my setters for 20 minutes, cover WhatsApp, and yeah, I literally hopped off a quick voice chat with one of my setters. He was like, bro, I'm having some troubles with personal stuff, you know, how will that reflect on my job? And I just told him few tips, and yeah, you know, he managed to set his goals for the week. It's Monday, and yeah, we're just grinding towards it. I'm just chilling, and yeah, in case you ever need some of the setters, feel free to subscribe, watch some of my other videos, and yeah, while you're doing so, I'm just going to spend some more quality time here, and yeah, I'll see you in the next video. Thanks for watching and keep smashing it.